Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the West Bromwich Albion career mode. How you doing today? I hope you are all good. We're starting off. We got 4 games in today's episode, and I'm going to try and get more episodes that have 4 games. This one's going to be about like 16, 17 minutes. Some of you guys said when I asked before that you prefer longer videos around 20 minutes. I'm not going to do my videos around 20 minutes. That's a bit too long, but I'll try and get some of them at least. I'll mix them up, get some of them around 15, 16, 17 minutes. Some of them will be shorter, around 11. Like you've seen, usually I used to do around 11, maybe sometimes even 9, 10 minutes. But I'm going to try and mix up a little bit more. We'll throw in some episodes that have 4 games in the episode. We'll throw in some that have 3 games. Most of them will have 3. And then obviously we'll have the live ones that are just 1 game an episode, which are the big important matches. We're starting off against Saint Etienne though, after in the last episode getting only a draw against Villarreal in our second Champions League game, a 0-0 draw. Oh my god. And we're starting off here, Sam Byron being slid in, playing at the right wing back position as we're playing 3-5-2 in this match. And just missing the target, still yet to, well, I say still yet to score, like he's been playing for us for a while. It's only, what, his 3rd episode, his first start, I believe, for the team. And Saint Etienne coming real close right there as they spin off their man and end up hitting the post. It's obviously Nolan Roux's chance to return and play against his old squad for the first time since leaving them. He will be playing in the game. I'll make sure he play in the game when they play at home. But look at this from Saint Etienne. I don't know how they even kept that corner in on the first place. And then it's just brilliant footwork and all that, ball control to keep it on off the touchline right there. And they did hit the post again for the 2nd time in this episode. We hit the post, well, we hit the woodwork 4 times. I think it was the post all 4 times. No, we hit the crossbar 2 times and the post 2 times in the last episode. So, I mean, a little bit of luck will help us out in this episode as they've already hit the woodwork twice. Sam Byron again getting another chance right there, but he's denied by the keeper. He's getting forward really well, and from the resulting corner, Chadli whips it in, and Christensen's header is just looping over the crossbar. So Andreas Christensen, I don't even know if he scored a goal for this team. I think he might have just scored 1. But our defenders really ain't getting involved in the goals too much in this series. Like my other series that I done last year on FIFA 16, defenders seem to score a lot more goals, but this season, or this series in general, it's just not really happening. But we do create another chance right here as Vandermeer slides in Chadli, and Nasser Chadli is the man to open up the score in 58 minutes on the clock. Chances after chances being created in this game for both sides. Obviously Saint Etienne hitting the post twice in this match. We've been denied by the keeper and just missing target in general. But Nasser Chadli, on the form that he's on, he isn't really going to miss the target, is he? He's just left foot. How many times have we seen it? Left foot across the goal into that far post, and he's done well that time. Saint Etienne trying to get back into the game, 60 minutes on the clock though. Mane Parquet plays it into Ayew, and he is denied by a just beautiful save from Jack Rose, just flying across the side of the goal to push it out for a corner, I believe. And from this resulting corner, they put it into the box, and it falls to their man. And then this goal just pissed me off because they get it, they pull it back, and all that time that they had the ball in the air, Jack Rose makes a brilliant save. I mean, I'm not taking that away from him, but all the time the ball is in the air, it bounces, their player then pulls it back. Like, look, how long does it take for Jack Rose to get back into the goal? The guy's even had a chance to take a touch before he shoots, and Jack Rose still isn't back in position. Like, it shouldn't take that long. You made the save, the ball was in the air forever, and then, like, I don't know, I might just be being too harsh on Jack Rose, but I feel like he should have really just, that shouldn't have happened really. He should have been in the goal and just caught that shot, but for some reason it took him forever. The defender didn't do anything who was on the line, and we're denied again as we try and go back in to open up another lead. Roux has a chance. He's just nursing a little injury right there, and his shot wasn't good enough to get him the winner on his first game against his old team. And we did come out with only a draw. So we beat Juventus in our first Champions League game, and then we've picked up 2 draws in the next 2 games. We should still be top of the Champions League group at this point, but I mean, we should be doing a little bit better, especially coming off such a good result in the first game of the group stages. You did see Nolan Roux was nursing a small injury in that game. He is out with a sprained ankle for a few weeks. And then we see news that Johnny Evans is looking for a move to Arsenal. Now, I don't even know where this has come with. Maybe I've just been oblivious to it. Maybe I don't know if he's unhappy or whatever. It doesn't say he's unhappy, but apparently he's looking for a move to Arsenal. That's all I know. I don't know where that's come from. There were rumours that Arsenal were trying to sign Johnny Evans. In real life, bullshit. I can't believe people actually believe them rumours. I can't believe people believe that nonsense. But it's happening in the game too. Apparently Johnny Evans, well, Arsenal don't apparently want to sign Arsenal, but Johnny Evans wants to go to Arsenal. I don't know, he's just made it up. He's come to me, he said, I want to go to Arsenal, apparently. But we are not worrying about that because Johnny Evans isn't even a first-team player. He's not been a first-team player throughout this whole series. So we're not going to be too worried about that one. We come into a game against Watford. Early on, we do create another goal. And Nasser Chadli is the man who slides it into Daniel Sturridge. These two have just been brilliant at the start of the season. Nasser Chadli from game 1 against Chelsea, obviously scoring against them. And then he's just continued to score for the whole season so far since. Daniel Sturridge coming in at deadline day, scoring since he signed, and he just keeps on scoring. And the one thing that I mentioned last episode about Daniel Sturridge that I've noticed so far is his finishing is just so clinical. If there's one thing about him, his finishing seems so clinical. When he has a chance, when he has a sight on goal, it seems to be hitting the back of the net. But Watford come forward again, and again that luck is on my side as they hit the crossbar. A little bit of a looping shot that's just come off the top of the bar, and we are a bit fortunate that that didn't end up in the back of the net. Van der Meer again finding some space. Leko with bags of it on the far side. Van der Meer finds him and gets himself yet another assist for the episode as Leko passes it into that far post. Leko, like I said, I mentioned before, he's been getting a lot more game time, and he's been impressing me a lot more, and that's his second goal of the Premier League season, I believe. I think he's doubled his tally that he had at this point last season. I don't think he'd scored this time last season. I think he only scored 3 goals for the whole season last season. So he can. This is most likely going to be his highest goal scorer season. Obviously, he's been taking the position of Victor Moses so far this season. Victor Moses has been nothing but brilliant since we signed him. He's been surprisingly good since we signed him. And look at that goal right there. I think it's Etienne. Yep, Etienne Capoue with a shot from range is just wow. Like he's just picked it up. He said, all right, you don't want to take the lead. I'm not having that. I'm just going to, yeah, you're not going to close me down. I was trying to watch the 2 runs you see right there that were going across the box. Didn't pick up Etienne Capoue. And he's just fired it. Just fire into that far post. Absolute banger of a goal right there. So we're trying to get back into the lead. Daniel Sturridge is going to be the one who tries to make it happen. Brozovic finds Chadli. The footwork from Chadli is sensational to find Daniel Sturridge again, who gets his second goal of the episode of the game and the episode. 45 minutes on the clock. Watford just tried to pull themselves back into the game, trying to make it seem like they're going to get back into it. But look at this footwork from Chadli. 2 men so close to him. He's just shielding the ball and just pokes it into the position of Daniel Sturridge. And again, Daniel Sturridge, that finishing, that clinical finishing right there, just passing it into that far post there. Just passing it into that far post there. Daniel Sturridge passing it into that far post there. And he picks up his 6th goal of the Premier League season. So I want to ask you, how do you guys think we're going to fare this season? Do you really believe we can win the Premier League season as we do kill off the game right here? Daniel Sturridge, again, another clinical finish. Another one. And Daniel Sturridge picks up his first hat-trick as a West Bromwich Albion player. I mean, this guy, this Chadli and Sturridge, they're the guy. And this is what I was just about to mention. I really do believe we can win the league because of these 2 players. If we keep scoring this amount of goals, I don't see any way that we don't win the league. I just don't see it. Unless the goals really slow down. Unless maybe Sturridge gets injured. We obviously know that he's a bit injury prone. Unless he gets injured. Unless maybe Chadli gets injured. I don't see a way we can't win the league if we keep scoring these goals. It's only a matter of time before we just pull away from the competition. And the thing is, the competition at the moment aren't teams that you really expect to be winning the league. Daniel Sturridge turns provider this time as he plays in Nino Jankovic with a beautiful outside of the foot touch. And we score 5 goals in a game against Watford, make it 5-1. It's pinged into Sturridge. Look at that pass. He can score and he can assist. Nino Jankovic has been really good as well this season as well. Signed him towards the end of last season, I think, or maybe we signed him at the beginning of this one. I can't remember. Signed him from the youth academy, obviously. We've grown him up, and he's just looked really good since we have started giving him these first team opportunities. He's training there, 70 overall, only 3 off of Van der Meer, to be honest, and he's growing a lot quicker. Obviously, he's got an extra training session, but just like Nolan Roux, Ika Munayin picks up a slight injury, the same sprained ankle, and I think he's out for the same exact amount of time as well. So we have an EFL Cup game that we're getting into now against Southampton, the second to last game of the episode. The final game is Liverpool. A big game against Liverpool as well, because they are one of our competitors for the title. One of the few ones that are really threatening at the moment. I think Crystal Palace are up there right now. I think West Ham are up there. I'm not expecting them to last a distance, although I've seen it happen in this game so far. But Jankovic slides in Dowell. He plays a beautiful slide rule through pass into Berahino, who's getting a rare start. His shot is saved and it falls to Ramadan Sobhi, and that gives me a little touch of deja vu. I feel like he's done that before in that same type of position and just skied it with that same animation. Maybe it was even Berahino who took the shot that made it roll to him. I can't remember. But Kieran Dowell getting involved in a lot. This time sliding through Victor Moses, who's getting a start on the right-hand side this time. And he takes a shot and is saved well by the legs of Fraser Foster. We're just putting a lot of pressure on Southampton in this first half. Victor Moses crosses it back post. And it's Bradley who gets the header. It takes a slight deflection off of PA. And ends up straight into the hands of Victor Fraser Foster. 69 minutes on the clock this time, trying to create Berahino shot. Cleared by PA. Falls to Nino Jankovic. And his shot with the left foot just flying over the bar. So 70 minutes in and we're still trying to create a goal. Southampton finally creating their first chance. And Shane Long gets a little bit fortunate to even get the opportunity. If he just picked his head up, he would have seen he had a man to the left. But 80 minutes in, Jankovic gets the ball, creating a chance. Tyler Robertson slid through off the bench and he tucks it away beautifully. 81 minutes into the game and he is going to get us the win and put us through in the EFL Cup. A little bit of a spoiler, yeah, they didn't get a goal, but Nino Jankovic, again, he's just involved in everything. Capital One Cup game, obviously, well, EFL Cup game, obviously, it's not that big. I mean, but we're still playing Premier League opposition. We're playing Southampton, who done really well last season, and despite the fact that in the first season they done terrible. But like I said, we are through to the next round, and Nino Jankovic is showing right there because he did end up getting man of the match for that game. He played really well, and if I was excited by Van der Meer last season, I'm even more excited maybe by Nino Jankovic. This guy can play. His ball control and dribbling is really good. He gets into all the right positions. That's something about him and Van der Meer that I don't know what it is. But that's something that really makes them stand out to me. They just seem to find themselves in the right positions, always in the space, always in the pocket, and they just their turn of pace is really good to get away from defenders, even though they're not particularly fast or strong, but they just make it happen. But we're into a game against Liverpool. Sturridge getting his first game against his opposition. Karsdorp robs it off of the defender and plays it into Daniel Sturridge, and with the first opportunity of the game, his first shot of the game, the clinical finishing is back, and the Liverpool supporters at Anfield know this celebration all too well, but he's doing it in front of his new fans, his new beloved. Look at the movement there, just darting off of his man right there. Liverpool have lost it in just a terrible position to lose the ball. Karsdorp's nicked it off of them, and Sturridge has played in, and Sturridge finishes just beautiful, just smashing it into that bottom corner. So precise with his finishing again, but I ain't going to keep going on about that. Little shades of Jovetic from last season. Jovetic was so clinical last season with my Leicester career. Sturridge is looking like he's going to be that way as well. If he could start doing that with his right foot and with his head and just getting goals on goals, he will be the Jovetic of this series, and we will win the league and win multiple competitions and Champions Leagues. But we're continuing to put the pressure on Liverpool. Another shot this time from Victor Moses, saved by the keeper and pushed out for a corner, which we're going to take right here. It's Van der Meer who's going to end up putting it into the box right here. A few players in the box. Van der Meer whips it in. It goes straight to, I don't even know who got their head on that one first, but it falls to Sturridge, trying to double our lead and double his goal tally, and it's cleared off the line. But we do eventually score and double our lead, as Sturridge's shot is saved by Bogdan. I'm just mixing up all my words. Sturridge's shot is saved by Bogdan, and it falls to Victor Moses, and he doubles our lead. And now it's two former Liverpool players who have gotten the score sheet to put Liverpool 2-0 down in our biggest game of the season so far, because Liverpool were right up there with us, joint on points, I think, as we went into this game. But they've let two of these players go, and these players have found their way to us, and they're scoring goals, and they're playing really good football. Like I said, Victor Moses has been playing well since he signed us, playing very well, and that's his first goal of the season. Hopefully, if he can keep it up, he'll take his position back from Jonathan Lecco, and they can really just duke it out and score some goals. I mean, Munayin is playing well, but he could be playing a lot better, so they could end up on the first team together. And Munayin could be dropped because he's still yet to score this season. He's not getting as many assists as he was last season. So, I mean, just being a big name don't guarantee you a position in this team. So we'll see how it goes down. But Liverpool trying to get themselves back into this game, getting a few chances right there, and it's Stewart forcing a good save out of Jack Rose, as he gets a big hand onto that one to palm around the corner. We're into the 50th minute now, as Chadli tackles them again. Liverpool all over the place in just positions they shouldn't be losing the ball, and Victor Moses forces yet another save out of Bogdan, and we're getting forward again. Lecco finding Brozovic this time. He finds Nasser Chadli. Really could have just slid it into Sturridge. I'm only just realizing that right now. But Chadli tries to finesse it into the far post, and you can't blame him with the form he's on. You can't, like, right there you can see it. A pass is on for Sturridge. But he decided not to take that opportunity, and we're into the 78th minute before Liverpool can even create another chance and try and get themselves back into the game. And I think it was Stewart again getting another header on that, and Jack Rose, he's been brilliant for us this season, and only at 23, 24 years old, he really is looking like he could just be our keeper for the rest of this series. I wouldn't have a problem with that whatsoever. 90 minutes on the clock now. Chadli ends up with the ball breaking forward. Lucas Leiva can't catch him. Chadli just shoves him out of the way, and 90 minutes on the clock. Nasser Chadli gets his name on the score sheet. Sturridge is already on there. Victor Moses, he joins all of them, and he gets another goal in this episode, another goal in the season. Him and Daniel Sturridge are just lighting it up. They're just lighting it up. Leiva never stood a chance, and once Chadli is in the box with the form he's on, the way he's been showcasing finishing this season, Nasser Chadli is a complete different animal this season than he even was last season, and he was brilliant last season. But you see, Karsdorp played brilliant in that game. He gets himself man of the match, and this is the top scorers. Sadio Mane is up there with 9 goals, but Chadli leads the way joint with Mane, and then Sturridge is right behind him with 8 goals. Sturridge hasn't even played he has played half the game, but he hasn't played as many games as Chadli. Obviously joining us on deadline day. He wasn't getting games at Liverpool, and on top of that, Sturridge and Chadli both top of the assist charts. So if you're going to tell me we can't win the league, that's nonsense. But you can see the Premier League table, like our closest competitors, West Ham and Middlesbrough, Leicester are up there. Obviously Arsenal would be the main competitors. Arsenal have been terrible so far in this series. They've just been finishing in poor positions all the way through. Maybe they could do something this year, but we are top of the league. We are top of the league. 23 points after 10 games. This is when you usually judge it. 10 games in and we are top of the league. Things are looking good. Manchester City still sitting in 19th. That is banter. And they have a game in hand over like the next 4 teams ahead of them. That's funny. That is funny. But hopefully you enjoyed that. Make sure you join us for the next episode. Peace.